Hello everyone, welcome back to another Jurassic World Evolution 2 video. We are back here in our Jurassic Horror Park. Our spooky little park today is going to be something that I am actually very excited to build. I actually got this inspiration because I was running out of ideas how I want this park to be built on. I was watching some videos, some inspiration, and one of my favorite YouTubers is Best in Slot, and I was watching his Planet Zoo park builds. And it's funny to say because this is a Planet Zoo and Jurassic World are published by the same developer, Frontier. So watching Planet Zoo more than Jurassic Park builds, I don't know. I feel like Planet Zoo, since they have more tools to play with, it's more for me more inspirational to build because Jurassic World doesn't have that much tools, so it makes me use my brain more to actually think outside of the box. But anyways, Best Slot, again, I was a most popular Jurassic Park YouTuber, but I was watching his Planet Zoo, so he's a Planet Zoo YouTuber as well. And he was building this moose habitat, and basically it's like an abandoned church habitat, and that got me an idea, like, why not build like an abandoned village? And it's so perfectly themed for this type of park, of an abandoned village. And there's a story behind it because Best Slot loves to make stories with his builds, so I want to do the same thing with this one too. There's a story of why this town is abandoned, so this is basically what we are building: an abandoned theme village habitat. So let's get into the story. So basically what it is this is a village, a nice peaceful village with a nice civilization, a very sanctuary type of area, a town that happened, I don't know, hundreds of years ago, as it say. However, it was being interrupted by some sort of mystical creature, this monster, this urban legend that was terrorizing the peaceful village around it. And with that, driven the villagers away from their sanctuary. Now the question is, who or what caused their disappearance? That's the story. But in all, like, let's say serious, this urban legend is basically is an urban legend. But what we're doing is creating a habitat for one of my favorite dinosaurs in this park, and you could say it is the theme, the urban legend creature, the Therizinosaurus. And you could also possibly say that the Therizinosaurus is quite of an oddity itself. It's this huge chicken-like dinosaur with humongous claws, like paleontologists from back in the day thought it was a carnivore because of those claws. But it turns out this menacing dinosaur is actually a herbivore. It eats nothing but plants and berries. But that doesn't mean that it's peaceful. It's very territorial, and it can, it's like a rhino. Rhinos are herbivores, but if you go close to a rhino, they will attack. That's basically what a Therizinosaurus is, very territorial. And I feel like this is what happened to the villagers way long ago, that the Therizinosaurus saw the berries and the nuts and the fruits that these villagers are storing and, well, took it. And again, the villagers doesn't know what creature this is. They thought this creature is some sort of monster that will want to devour their children, and they vanished. They moved out, and now the village is consumed by forests and by compies as well. I forgot to mention the compies. The compies also live in this habitat as well. I feel like this habitat is way too big for just one dinosaur. So I want to add another species, and the compies fit perfectly because for those who don't know, compies are like one of the staples in Jurassic Park, and possibly one of the scariest creatures in Jurassic Park. They're very small, but they do have venom, so when they bite you, they will inflict poison on you where you can't move. But the devastating part is that since they are small, they come in groups and they'll just keep knobbing at you, basically eating you alive, and you're just helpless. You can't do anything about it. I don't think that's any scarier than that. So the compies as well, like the village is empty. There's nobody inside, and of course they left food there. And obviously, if the compy sees food, they'll move in, and then bunch of compies there. So I try to add as much. I think I have like 30 compies into this park. But anyways, I haven't even talked about the habitat. So the best way I use for like an abandoned village theme is of course the Jurassic Park hotel model. It looks like an ancient village from long ago. It fits perfectly. So I kind of like just mixed it in around the village. And of course this is a tour guide because I mean obviously if there's compies around, I don't want like guests who like walk in and then all of a sudden compies are like all jumped at you and start eating you. But this is an easy build and I really had fun with building this build, and I really want to make more of these type of theme types. What else to add here? I'm basically, oh, the gates. The gates is actually perfect. I love using the Jurassic Park gate. So again, this is like a village, so it's very barricaded and the villagers have it all secure and safe. And these gates are just like that. There's like a very small commute, and the gate is there to protect themselves from whatever is outside. Unfortunately, you know, the Therizinosaurus got in. How did it got in? Who knows? But here's the day version of the habitat. I'll say this, one advice: slopes, terrain forming will make your habitat much more unique. You know, instead of making a flat plane, just play with the terrain, level down the, for here in this build, I lower down the terrain. Usually I always level the terrain up, but this is something unique. I want to do something different. I never use the lower terrain, so I did. So it actually makes it different in one of my parks because I don't do that much often. Here you can see I'm playing with the lights again. I want to make it more spooky. It is a night theme park, so I don't want my habitats to feel so dark. I want some lights here and there. And again, the previous video, using these type of red lights to make a shadow or some sort of reflection that reflects towards the rocks. I don't know, I really have this, I love it. I really love these type of lights. So I probably will show another example here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just putting more trees. Okay, here's the lights. So this is what I'm talking about. And then once you like put in first person view, it just, I don't know, it's so good. It's so good. I want more of this. But yeah, this is by far the speed build, and I'm going to show in game, and we're going to bring in our dinosaur, but this is basically it. I'm probably going to end the time lapse right now, and I'll see you in game pretty soon. Okay, we are in game right now, and this is our little carnivore walkthrough habitat. There's our little dinos. So once you get off from your attraction over here, then you'll go ahead to the next attraction. That's what we're going to talk about. Before we're going to talk about, let's talk about this little thing. I really like this. Since this is a horror theme park, there's going to be some visitors that probably will say, "Oh, I don't want to be here anymore. This is too scary. Can I go back to my hotel?" This little thing right here is like some sort of subway where it will take you basically back to the hotel. So I'm going to add more of this, and it's more like for the interior. Like realistic wise, the park is so big, and guests, they couldn't handle it anymore, or else they're gonna get a heart attack. There we have like some sort of subway where they basically will take them all the way back to the hotel and wait for their friends or family to finish the park. Some little details like that. I always like to add on there. This is a horror park, and you do going to get scared. But I digress. So this is the abandoned village attraction. This is where our guests going to go to our next attraction village, and let's just jump right in. We're gonna ride in our vehicle. This is the vehicle we're gonna go. We're gonna pass these a lovely couple over here, and I forgot there's a narrator here. Okay. And voila, you're entering into the abandoned village. You see the road is a little sloppy and curvy. It's attended that way. Again, this is some sort of village before. It's not some sort of an attraction. It became an attraction, but this was an actual village. And as you can see right there, there's the village has been abandoned for many, many, many years. And you go this way, so you just keep going. Actually, it's pretty hard to, let me just get off the vehicle. It's actually pretty hard to actually see at night, but the whole point is that the guests will, in a safer way, will go. Who's that? Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm going ahead of myself, but what I'm gonna say, the safer way for these guests to actually see our dinosaurs is with these vehicles, because again, you have compies, and of course you have the lovely Therizinosaurus here. Oh, and that's what I meant. Example right there. You don't mess with the Therizinosaurus. The Therizinosaurus, they are herbivores, but those claws, they can swipe you. Your head is gone. So, that vehicle, see the kind of stay my distance away because I don't want these Therizinosaurus to actually spot me. But this is what driven the villagers away, and I want to change it to a daytime because I want to see these awesome creatures in the day. It's really hard to see them in the night, but you get the good example what it looks like in the night. um but there is Enosaurus. So this is the male. Do I have my flashlight on? I have my flashlight on. So this is the male. As you can tell, the yellow backing stripes. And of course, you have the female with no backing stripe. Usually, the birds such as like the peacocks, they always have these type of coloring displays to attract the female. Yeah, these are the guys. These are the guys that driven the village. So these are like our little abandoned village. It doesn't look like a village, which is why I use the hotels. And the Therizinosaurus just make it their home. And yeah, this is the habitat, very swampy. And again, um, before the Therizinosaurus took over, this was a nice sanctuary. Like the water is clean, the grass is cut. There was not a lot of trees. It was very peaceful. It was very nice to live. But once they took over, the trees and the foliage and the grass, they start to grow. And I don't know if you guys could hear it, but we also have, they're very, very small, but we have compies here. So let's see if we could finally see one. Oh, oh, hello. What is going on here? Oh, dang. This is that. Oh. Let's go on the gates. Oh, wow. What is, you guys are fired. I'm sorry, you guys are gone. Okay, you guys cannot drive. How are we going to keep our guests safe if we have reckless workers who can't drive a Wrangler? It could be the Therizinosaurus. They might swipe them off and they couldn't drive properly. But you're having look at the line here, guys. What's going on? Come on, you're embarrassing me. I'm making a video here. Jeez. But I haven't seen one compies, but the compies are here. They're very small. But these guys are very, very deadly. So like stay your ground. And here's what I mentioned about the lights. So let's go back to dusk really quick. Oh, what was that? Okay, so yeah, the compy is either the compies or the Therizinosaurus are messing around with the vehicles, but this is what I meant why I love the lights. So you can see the compies right there. They're very, very small. They are. See, they're very, very small. But the lights actually do a little bit more lighting for our parks. I don't want my habitat to feel dark, and it does give this spooky vibe. Spooky vibe. Are they out? No, they're not. Oh my jeez, what is going on? What is going on? But hey, this is the theme. You know, we want our guests to feel scared. We want them to feel safe, but scared nonetheless. Um, our park is closed, so we still have a little maintenance. But these are our compies. These guys are the very terrible, terrible creatures. Okay, we'll go back in day. And not really much to talk about, but yeah, this is the habitat. Let's go. Ooh, here it is. Oops, sorry. And let's go to capture mode because these symbols. I gotta fix that. But yeah, the abandoned village. There you go, guys. This is the habitat. Give it a like if you really like this habitat. I really enjoyed making this habitat. It was a fun, easy build. I want more. I want more abandoned buildings. I want to build some buildings. So, um, abandoned habitat caused by these two troublemakers here, and of course our little devils, the compies. They are making havoc here. But yep. What did I say? Did I say like already? Like, subscribe to see more builds, and I'll see you guys in the next build. I'm going to sign off with our Therizinosaurus. Have a great day, and yeah, see you guys then.